basically, it's just taking a map, and you, like I mentioned before, there are a lot of plugins, a lot of filters that you can use. And one of them is the sphere. And the great thing is that oftentimes you don't have to apply them. You can just drop them on top of that, which actually gives me a globe. And when I do that, it allows me to go in here and also do some 3D to it as well. I've taken a flat image and I've put it into a sphere. In this case, the map that they had just happened to line up at all its ends. So when it actually spherized, it turned it into a great globe. And you can see that because there's, can't see any of the lines. You can't see the lines, can you, Russ? But after I did this, I wanted to create some space for it. And again, really great tutorial using the Video Copilot. You can actually create noise to generate stars, and that's exactly what I did. I'll just go ahead and put in here fractal noise. And I just basically created a new layer. Let me click back down here. I wanted to create a new layer, and I wanted to make a solid layer out of it and keep it that same comp size. And when I did that, I'm going to go ahead and add fractal noise. And so it looks a little busy. And then what I did was I came over here to the transform. And most of the time, whenever you drag any of these types of plugins or what have you, not only do they appear down here under effects, they also appear up here, kind of where your project window is, which stores all your stuff right next door as our effects window. And so you can do one of two things. You can actually do keyframing from this window, or you can do it from down below here. In this case, I just wanted to make space. So I'm going to take my scale and run it down to where it kind of looks like a really fuzzy TV set. Then I'll go in here to my contrast, and I'm going to run it down a little bit. Come on, mouse. And I'm going to take my brightness down. And it's kind of hard to see here, but you might be able to get kind of the idea. And then just adjust my brightness a little bit more, maybe look a little bit more like space. And then when I take my earth layer and put it on top, now again, I've got that a little bit bright, but just so you can see it with these lights. But here, I'm going to set my rotation here, and then I'll come over here and set that on my Y. And let's just do actually one revolution. So when I render that out, very, very simple and pretty quick. You can even do more with that with some of the effects, and so I animated that here using my step 4. And I actually went into an effect, and this one might have been the one that I actually bought, but you can buy a whole ton of these, or in some cases you can steal them. And I think I used one of these BCC effects and actually added a comet to come through. So I think if here she comes, there's a comet zooming by. And this was just as simple as gives you 2 frames, or 2 bullseyes, if you will, and you basically set where you want one to start, one to end, and then it generates that for you. So if you guys are looking for a great space atmosphere and wanting to blow something up, you can do that as well.